Hello guys, welcome to the debate activity of Sir Institute. Our topic is GST, which is Goods and Service Tax. So we both are going to favor GST and they both are going to oppose them. So my first point is that GST has brought together a number of indirect cases under one umbrella, right? And just simplifying taxation in commodity business. So what are your points about it?
Yes, he told that that is the right that GST has brought many of the tax under one umbrella. But if you say in another direction that the some of the indirect taxes that were levied by the state government that are also brought under the GST, and the state are shortfalling in revenue of them, and the issue of confrontation between the center and state are continuing still running it. That's why this problem is very serious. Okay. According to me, GST is the biggest tax reform in India. GST subsumes all indirect taxes which is imposed by the central and tax government. So like service tax, excise, VAT. So GST is merged, I think. So it is very simple and let me give you an example. Suppose before the GST, state was levied VAT tax, right? If state was levied 12 or 14% VAT on some product, assume that. But when the GST comes in, after that all the data and taxation is set by the central government. So whatever the taxation central government decide, like 18% of GST, then the 9% will get state will get 9% and the center will also get 9%. So what is the circumstance? Before the state was getting 14%, 12 to 14% of the tax, and now they are only getting 9% of tax. That's why the income of the state are declining.
Okay, so there are some taxes from the central government too that are included in GST. So from central government where there is some taxes that are assumed that is 20% tax. So central government was getting 20% as a whole, right? But after GST, if it is also included, there are taxes from central government as well as state government. So from central government a tax is included, then state government will also get 10% of it. So that is equal, I think, right? Because some of the taxes from state government are also reduced and the central are also reduced, and they are in one umbrella. So that is what I think.
I think GST have many disadvantages. First disadvantage is increase the cost due to software purchasing.
Before, let me tell you that before when the GST was not there, at that time all of the businessmen and business person were using the traditional software and traditional method to taxation. But when the GST brought in 2017, all of the businessmen have to purchase a new software. They have to train their employees. They have to arrange the money and cost to the all of these, and that's why the burden of the businessmen are very high after the GST comes. Okay. The software is one time expense, one time benefit. In the before GST base structure, there are so many like service tax, different advocate, let's say different advocate, and VAT different advocate. So it is in the GST only one advocate. You go with one GST advocate. So it is benefit of GST. You have to pay for a professional fee only one advocate, not different.
My point is, it is a higher opinion, higher taxes for small and middle businesses.
Okay. In the VAT structure, business with 5 lakh rupees, then VAT liable for VAT. In the GST, increase limit, like turnover of rupees 20 lakh, then liable for GST.
and government also allows 20 to 75 lakh turnover in composition scheme. Only paid 1% tax.
Let me tell you that you are talking that these type of weight of cards, but when the GST was not here, at that time the excess if your turnover is greater than 1.5 crore, then and then only you have to pay your excise duty. But after GST, when GST come, the government has sanctioned this amount to the just amount 40 lakh. If your turnover is more than 40 lakhs, you have to compulsory paid GST. So the small and medium enterprises like SMEs and small businessmen are getting burdened by the GST. They have to pay the tax to GST. And you told about compensation, right? The input tax credit, right? Yes, government has announced the input tax credit, but as per my opinion, I have seen many businessmen that they are telling that the government are not relieving the input tax credit at the right time, and we are still in confrontation with government that when they are release the tax credit. So that's the point.
If there is 20 lakh rupees turnover and liable to GST, but in the weight structure, your turnover only 5 lakh, then you have to pay weight. So it is take many benefits of GST, like under the 20 lakh small business.
Yeah, as per my opinion, the government of India has brought GST only for their personal gain, not for the people's gain. Because if you see that there are many of the products there are exempted from the GST, like liquor are exempted from GST, like tobacco products are exempted, and also the petrol, diesel, like hydrocarbons, all of the hydrocarbons are exempted from GST. The government know that from there we are earning many more rupees. So we don't put in under GST, and we will continue this amount. And another product, we are not earning right money. We have brought under GST and levied the tax.
Okay, so I would like to encounter it right here. You told that petroleum means diesel and tobacco products and liquor are exempted from GST.
Yes.
But do you know why they were exempted? Do you know the reason about it?
Reason?
Yeah. So I would like to tell you that when GST was implemented, right, Narendra Modi told it is the idea from 2003, right? So when the Narendra Modi became Prime Minister, he told that I would like to just implement GST. But he was not knowing that it will be beneficial, means there will be a benefit of it, right? So it will be a positive way or negative way. If it would be negative way, then all the taxes would just be, the government will not gain any income if people are not supporting GST. And due to which there were three items, right? Petroleum, liquor, and tobacco. So they have exempted that because government needs money, right? Anyhow, to run the country. So they have exempted that particular three things to just if GST goes wrong, then they have some income. And I would like to say that before 1 month, right, there is a bill passed in Vidhan Sabha and Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha as well, that petroleum, right, it will be included in GST. There is a bill passed. So the basic idea is that now GST is in proper way. So now we will implement it, because now they don't need, means they don't have that fear that GST will go wrong and we will not gain some money. So that is the thing why petroleum, diesel and tobacco products were been out. But now the bill is already passed, and very soon, right, they all will be included in GST.
And before VAT, like one thing in this state, different VAT, and another state in different tax. Then why should one country in the different tax? So GST is merged by all taxes. So it is very simple. You remember only one date, GST return file, which is the GST return file. And before GST, in the VAT structure, excise monthly, VAT monthly, quarterly, service tax monthly, quarterly. So it is very lengthy, and in the weight structure is very easy.
Let me tell you that you already know that the GST is an indirect tax, right? If we see that the indirect tax are directly burdened to the poorer section or middle section of the society, and the corporation tax or income tax are the direct tax. Now, if we see the data of 2020 budget, that government has earned more money from GST indirect taxes rather than the corporation taxes and the income taxes. So, according to that data, I came into solution that the GST has make the cheese costlier, and the ultimate the burden of these taxes are ultimately on the direct customer and middle class men. And another thing, you told that the one state was levied this type of weight, another state was levied this type of weight. Different taxes were available at that time. But when GST comes in, there are government has partitioned two parts: CGST, SGST, IGST. If you are trading in intrastate, then CGST, SGST will be levied, right? So that is okay. The CGST part will be gone to the central government, and SGST part will be gone to the state government. But if we do a interstate trade, then the real problems comes in. When we interstate, like we sell the product from here to the Madhya Pradesh, then there are no CGST, SGST, but there is a IGST, and the amount, the percentage of GST 18%. So all the amount goes to the direct the government, 18% to 18% IGST, and then after government will pass the half amount to the state government. So now state government are confrontation with the central government that you are not giving us our money right at right time, and you are not giving us money, and we are revenue support. So that type of problem really.
According to me, this is not an issue for any businessman or trader. This is the issue of between two governments, state government or central government. And GST figures look very highly because it is merged from many taxes. So it is my point.
My opinion is when GST was the first implement, I think 1st July 2017,
Yes.
then our GDP is day to day collapsing and collapsing.
It is down to COVID-19 crisis and other things.
But COVID-19 is
GST, because GST collection is very nicely for government.
So basically the conclusion is that GST is good for long time and not for the short time. So that is the thing over here. Guys, thank you for watching. If you like the video, then please press like button, comment and share the video.